Let me ask you something. Do you feel like no matter how hard you work, you never actually get ahead? Like every paycheck disappears before you even have a chance to enjoy it? You are not alone. In 2026, with living costs higher than ever and job security lower than it has been in decades, most people are running full speed just to stay in the same place. That is the hamster wheel. And the terrifying part? Most people stay on it their entire lives without ever realizing there is a way off. But here is the good news. Financial freedom is not a fantasy reserved for trust fund kids or tech billionaires. It is an actual destination with an actual roadmap. And today, I am going to hand you that map. By the end of this video, you will know exactly what financial freedom means, how to calculate your personal target number, how to cut the hidden leaks draining your money right now, how to build income that does not depend on your boss, and how to put your money to work so it grows while you sleep. This is the simplest, most honest breakdown of financial freedom you will find. So let us get into it.
Part 1. What financial freedom actually means. Before we talk about how to get there, we need to get clear on what we are actually chasing, because most people have the wrong definition. Ask someone on the street what financial freedom means, and they will say something like being rich, having $1 million, or never working again. But that is not quite it. Financial freedom does not mean you never work. It means you never have to work. There is a massive difference. It means your money covers your life, so every decision you make, where to live, what projects to take on, how to spend your time, comes from choice instead of necessity. Think about two people. The first is Marcus. Marcus earns good money at his job, but every cent goes to rent, car payments, subscriptions, and nights out. He has no savings, no investments, and zero breathing room. If he loses his job tomorrow, he is in serious trouble within 30 days. The second person is Priya. Priya earns a little less than Marcus, but she has been quietly building something on the side. She has investments generating passive income, a small side hustle bringing in extra cash each month, and a clear number she is working toward. She does not need her job to survive. She chooses to work because she wants to, not because she has to. Same generation, same era, completely different financial realities. The difference is not luck or income, it is the plan. And that is exactly what we are building today.
Part 2. Find your freedom figure. Every journey needs a destination, and your destination is what I call your freedom figure. This is the exact amount of money you need invested so that it generates enough passive income to cover your life permanently without ever running out. Here is how to find yours. Start by writing down what your ideal life actually costs per year. Not a fantasy lifestyle with a yacht and a private jet. Your real, comfortable, enjoyable life. Think about housing. In most major cities in 2026, a decent one-bedroom apartment runs somewhere between $25,000 and $40,000 per year in rent. Let us say $30,000. Transportation. If you want a reliable car, factor in payments, insurance, fuel, and maintenance. A reasonable number is around $10,000 to $15,000 per year. Food. A mix of cooking at home and eating out comfortably sits around $6,000 per year for one person. Utilities and internet, roughly $3,000. Health insurance, if you are in the US, budget around $3,000 for a solid mid-level plan. Travel. 3 decent trips per year will run you about $6,000. And then leisure, which covers gym, entertainment, and the random spending that just happens. Budget another $5,000 for that. Add those up, and you get roughly $63,000 per year for a comfortable, genuinely enjoyable life. Now here is where the math gets interesting. To find your freedom figure, take that yearly number and multiply it by $25,000. So $63,000 multiplied by 25 gives us $1,575,000. That is your freedom figure. That is the finish line. Now, before you close this video in panic, hear me out, because this number is not as scary as it sounds, and I am going to show you why in a moment. We multiply by 25 because of something called the rule of 25.
It is based on research showing that if you withdraw 4% or less from a well-invested portfolio each year, that portfolio will statistically never run out of money. Your investments keep growing faster than you are spending. It is like having a golden goose. As long as you only take the eggs and never eat the goose itself, you will have eggs forever. That 4% withdrawal on $1.5 million is exactly $60,000 per year, enough to live on every single year without touching the original amount. Now, here is why the number is not as scary as it first looks. The S&P 500, which is a basket of the 500 biggest U.S. companies, has returned an average of around 10 to 12% per year over the long term. If you invest consistently over time, compound interest does the heavy lifting for you. We will come back to exactly how to invest in a moment, but first, let us talk about something most financial videos skip entirely.
Part 3. Stop the money leaks. Before you can build wealth, you have to stop destroying it. Most people have no idea how much money quietly disappears from their life every single month. Not on big purchases, on small, invisible, automatic drains that add up to thousands of dollars per year. Let me walk you through the biggest ones. First, subscription creep. The average person in 2026 is paying for between 8 and 12 subscriptions every month. Streaming services, apps, cloud storage, gym memberships they never use. Go through your bank statement right now and cancel anything you have not used in the last 30 days. Most people find they are wasting between $100 and $200 per month on subscriptions they completely forgot about. That is up to $2,400 per year, gone for nothing. Second, the new car trap. Social media makes it look like everyone your age is driving a brand new car. But here is the truth. Most of those people are paying $600 to $800 per month in car loan payments. That is nearly $10,000 a year just to sit in something shiny. Depreciation alone on a new car wipes out 20 to 30% of its value in the first year. Instead, buy a quality used car that has already taken that depreciation hit. Drive it for a few years, sell it for close to what you paid. No debt, no monthly drain, and all that saved money goes toward your freedom figure instead. Third, lifestyle inflation. This one is sneaky. Every time you get a raise or earn a bit more, there is a very human urge to upgrade your life immediately. Nicer apartment, better phone, more nights out. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it is the reason most people never build wealth even as their income rises. The rule is simple. When your income goes up, your investments go up first. Your lifestyle upgrades come second, and only slightly. Fixing these 3 leaks alone can free up hundreds or even thousands of dollars per month. Money that can now go to work building your freedom instead of funding someone else's business. If you are still with me right now, you are already thinking differently about money than 90% of people your age. And we are about to get to the part that actually accelerates everything.
Part 4. Build a second income stream. Here is a hard truth. If you are relying on a single job as your only source of income, you are one bad week away from financial disaster. Think of your income like a stool. One leg means one wobble and you crash. But add a second leg, a side income, and suddenly you have stability. Add a third, investments producing passive income, and that stool becomes almost impossible to knock over. Building a second income stream does not mean working yourself into the ground. It means being smart about where you put your extra hours. And before you say you do not have extra hours, consider this. After work, sleep, meals, and commuting, the average person still has around 50 hours of free time per week. That is more than a full extra working week every single week. The question is not whether you have the time, the question is what you are currently doing with it. The best side hustles in 2026 are the ones that build on skills you already have. If you are good at writing, content creation or copywriting can bring in serious money. If you understand a subject well, tutoring or creating educational content is a natural fit. If you're creative, design, photography, or video editing are in constant demand. If you prefer something more physical, car detailing, delivery work, or handyman services can bring in cash quickly with almost no startup cost. The key is to start with one thing, get good at it, and build it up before chasing the next shiny idea. Most people fail at side hustles not because the idea was wrong, but because they quit too early.
Give any genuine side hustle at least 6 months of consistent effort before judging it. Now, here is what happens when you combine a side hustle with the money leaks you have already plugged. Suddenly, you have real money left over at the end of every month. Not just a little, potentially several hundred to a few $1,000s extra. And that extra money is the fuel for the most powerful step of all.
Part 5. Make your money work for you. Here is the mindset shift that separates people who achieve financial freedom from people who just talk about it. Poor people use money to pay bills. Middle-class people use money to buy things that feel like success. Rich people use money to make more money. That last one is the secret, and it is not complicated. The most accessible way to start making your money work for you is the stock market, specifically index funds. If you have watched our previous videos, you already know what these are. But as a quick recap, an index fund lets you invest in hundreds of companies at once with a single purchase. You are not betting on one company, you are betting on the entire economy, which over any 20-year period in history has always gone up. The strategy that works best for most people is called dollar cost averaging. Instead of trying to time the market perfectly, you invest the same fixed amount every single month, whether the market is up or down. Over time, this averages out your costs and removes the stress of trying to predict market movements. Set it up automatically so it happens without you having to think about it. Your money grows quietly in the background while you get on with your life. Now, let us bring this all together with real numbers. Say you plug your money leaks and free up $300 per month. Your side hustle adds another $400. You now have $700 per month to invest. If you invest $700 per month into an S&P 500 index fund, earning an average of 10% per year, after 20 years, you would have approximately $500,000. After 25 years, that grows to over $800,000. And if you started a bit earlier or invested a little more, you hit your freedom figure well within your working life. That is not a fantasy. That is math. Boring, reliable, life-changing math. So let us bring it all together. Financial freedom is not about being rich. It is about having enough invested that your money covers your life. Step 1, calculate your freedom figure using the rule of 25. Step 2, plug the money leaks that are quietly draining your wealth every month. Step 3, build a second income stream using skills you already have. Step 4, invest consistently using dollar cost averaging into a broad index fund and let compound interest do the heavy work over time. None of these steps are complicated. None of them require a finance degree or a rich family. They just require a decision. A decision to stop letting the hamster wheel be your default and to start building something that actually leads somewhere. The best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. If this video helped you see money differently, hit that like button and subscribe for more videos that break down complex financial ideas into steps anyone can actually use. Drop a comment below and tell me which step you are going to take first. I read every single one. Thanks for watching.